Your gut contains trillions of bacteria that quietly control your digestion, your mood, your immunity, and even how fast you age. And today, you'll discover the 15 foods doctors keep recommending to keep that hidden world thriving. Number 1 on this list is live yogurt, which is milk fermented with beneficial bacteria strains like Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium. These live cultures travel into your intestines and help balance the good and bad bacteria living there. Yogurt is also rich in calcium and protein, which supports gut lining repair. Research published in nutrition journals has linked regular yogurt intake with improved digestion and reduced bloating. Try eating a small bowl daily with no added sugar. If you are lactose intolerant, choose a lactose-free or plant-based fermented version instead. But yogurt is just the beginning. Because there's a fermented drink even more powerful for your microbiome. That drink is kefir, a tiny fermented milk product containing far more bacterial strains than yogurt, sometimes over 30 different species. This diversity is important because a more diverse gut microbiome is strongly associated with better metabolic health and stronger immunity. Kefir also contains natural peptides that may support the gut barrier. A few tablespoons daily added to smoothies is enough to start noticing the benefit. People with dairy sensitivities should introduce it slowly to avoid discomfort. Now let's move from drinks to something crunchy and centuries old. Sauerkraut, which is fermented cabbage, has been used across cultures for generations to support digestion. The fermentation process creates beneficial bacteria, along with organic acids, that help maintain a healthy gut pH. Cabbage itself is rich in fiber and vitamin C, which supports the intestinal lining. Choose the unpasteurized version from the refrigerated section since heat processing kills the live cultures. A small serving alongside meals works best. Those on a low-sodium diet should watch their portion since fermented vegetables can be high in salt. If sauerkraut surprised you, wait until you hear about its spicier cousin. Kimchi is fermented cabbage combined with chili, garlic, and ginger, giving it not just probiotics, but also powerful plant compounds called polyphenols. These compounds act as food for your good bacteria, a process scientists call a prebiotic effect. Studies from South Korea have associated kimchi consumption with improved markers of inflammation. Adding a spoonful to rice or vegetables is a simple daily habit. People with acid reflux may want to eat smaller amounts due to its spice level. Speaking of feeding your gut bacteria, one plant in your kitchen might be doing that more than any other. Garlic contains a prebiotic fiber called inulin, which are beneficial bacteria ferment into short-chain fatty acids. These short-chain fatty acids are incredibly important because they nourish the cells lining your colon and help reduce inflammation. Garlic also contains allicin, a compound studied for its antimicrobial properties. Cooking a clove or two into your meals each day is enough to support this effect. Raw garlic in large amounts can irritate the stomach for some people, so moderation matters. Garlic has a close relative in the kitchen that deserves just as much credit. Onions are another rich source of inulin and a flavonoid called quercetin. Quercetin has been studied for its ability to calm inflammatory responses in the gut lining. The fiber in onions specifically feeds bifidobacteria, one of the most beneficial bacterial families in your intestines. Adding onions to soups, stir-fries or salads daily is an easy way to support this. Some people with irritable bowel symptoms may find raw onions harder to digest and might prefer them cooked. There's one more vegetable in this same family that scientists often highlight for gut health. Leeks are packed with prebiotic fiber and also provide vitamin K along with antioxidants. This fiber increases the production of short-chain fatty acids, which help maintain the strength of your gut wall. A strong gut wall is essential because it prevents unwanted particles from leaking into the bloodstream, a condition researchers refer to as increased intestinal permeability. Adding leeks to soups a few times a week is a gentle and effective habit. Now let's shift from vegetables to something you probably already eat for breakfast. Oats contain a soluble fiber called beta-glucan. This fiber forms a gel-like substance in the gut that slows digestion and feeds beneficial bacteria. Beta-glucan has also been studied for supporting healthy cholesterol levels. A warm bowl of oats in the morning is one of the simplest ways to support long-term gut health. Choosing whole rolled or steel-cut oats provides more fiber than instant varieties. If oats surprised you, this next fruit might be even more interesting. Bananas, especially when slightly green, contain resistant starch, a type of carbohydrate that resists digestion in the small intestine and instead ferments in the colon. This fermentation produces short-chain fatty acids that support gut lining health. Ripe bananas also provide potassium and easily digestible fiber. Eating one banana daily, sometimes slightly underripe, can help increase this resistant starch intake. Apples bring a similar but slightly different benefit to the table. Apples are rich in pectin, a soluble fiber known to support the growth of beneficial bacteria while also helping regulate blood sugar response. The skin contains polyphenols that researchers believe interact positively with gut bacteria. Eating an apple with the skin on, rather than juicing it, preserves most of this fiber. Next is a tiny seed with a surprisingly large effect on digestion. Ground flax seeds are rich in soluble fiber and a plant compound called lignans. These lignans have antioxidant properties, and the fiber helps regulate bowel movements while feeding beneficial bacteria. Flax seeds should be ground rather than eaten whole, since whole seeds often pass through undigested. 1 to 2 tablespoons stirred into yogurt or oats daily is a simple way to use them. Always drink enough water when increasing fiber intake to avoid discomfort. Now we move to a food that supports the gut in a completely different way. Not through fiber, but through fat. Fatty fish like salmon provide omega-3 fatty acids, which have been studied for their role in reducing gut inflammation and supporting the integrity of the intestinal lining. Omega-3s also appear to influence the balance of gut bacteria in a favorable direction. Eating fatty fish 2 to 3 times a week is a recommendation echoed by several major health organizations. Next is a root that has been used for digestive comfort throughout history. Ginger contains compounds called gingerols, which have been studied for helping as nausea and supporting healthy digestion. Ginger may also help speed up gastric emptying, which can reduce bloating after meals. Adding fresh ginger to tea or meals daily is an easy habit. Very large amounts may cause heartburn in sensitive individuals. Now let's talk about the leafy greens doctors mention again and again. Spinach and other dark leafy greens are rich in fiber, folate, and magnesium. They also contain plant compounds that support the growth of beneficial bacteria while providing nutrients that help repair the gut lining. A daily serving of leafy greens, whether raw in salads or lightly cooked, is one of the simplest habits for long-term gut support. And finally, the food doctors and nutrition scientists consistently place at the center of the healthiest diets on earth. Extra virgin olive oil is rich in polyphenols, plant compounds shown in research to support a favorable balance of gut bacteria. It also contains healthy monounsaturated fats that help reduce inflammation throughout the body. Using it as your primary cooking and salad oil, in place of more processed oils, is a habit strongly linked to the traditional Mediterranean diet and its long-term health benefits. So here is the key message to take away from all of this. Your gut health is not built by one miracle food. It is built slowly, through small, consistent choices made every single day. Fermented foods, fiber-rich plants, healthy fats, and colorful vegetables all work together to support the trillions of bacteria that quietly influence your energy, your digestion, and your long-term well-being. If this video helped you understand your gut a little better, give it a like, subscribe for more evidence-based health content, and tell me in the comments which of these 15 foods you are going to add to your plate first.